Welcome to a special episode of Artscenes, where we as artists speak up about our experiences and voice our stories concerning femicide and gender-based violence in South Africa.
Me, woman, carved from sky, sculpted by the Maker, to bring healing, to birth nations, to be peace and hope in this earth. My hands were created to help and comfort and to mend broken souls, not to fight you off when you decide to pin me against the wall. My voice was not created to scream out for help and be suffocated by sorrow, and my body, oh, but my precious body, delicate, soft yet so strong, a vessel of pure gold. It was not sculpted to be owned and to be broken down by you. Yes, you, man. Why use your hands to hurt me when they were sculpted to protect me? Why allow your voice to haunt me and make me fear you when it was created to protect me and your body? Why force it onto mine when it was built to protect me? Protect. Why do you destroy me? Tell me, why do you destroy the one thing created to save you?
Goba mosadi has to be the harshest punishment ever. Kamihla, I get reminded that my chances of dying a natural death are slim. Ka lebaka la gore ke mosadi ebile I live in South Africa.
Men look at me like I'm naked even when I'm covered from head to toe. It is hearing baby girl, mabebeza, ngicela inamba yakho, and the whistling. The whistling. Is it really that hard for you to notice that you're making me feel uncomfortable? When a man stares at me, I make sure I look at him straight in his eyes, just to show him that I'm not scared of him, nor am I intimidated, when I actually feel like I'm about to wet my underwear. It is hearing the older woman screaming, ketile, ketile, when my cousins get married, meaning they've just signed contracts that can never be terminated. It is yelling, stop, you're hurting me, but wait. That gives you a thrill, right? Being a woman in South Africa means I have to take a picture of my outfit and send it to my friends just in case they have to start searching for my body. Being a woman in South Africa is not about asking, am I next? But rather, when is it going to happen again?
In this country, I wish to see better days. So what if I refuse to give you my number? Does that give you reason to give me eternal slumber? Found in the bushes, found in the rivers, found dead and slaughtered. Oh, this is giving me shivers. Why are you killing life givers? Raping from the panties to diapers?
Being a woman in this country is being silenced. Being a woman in this country is being suffocated. Being a woman in this country is not being. It is surviving.
Being a woman in this country is a death sentence. Our entire lives are spent on trial, awaiting to hear how we will die. And if, Your Honor, it is decided that we will die at the hands of a man, let us not silence the voices of the fallen by calling him something other than what he is. He is a man. Don't call him an animal, for it is wrong to compare the moral standing of an animal to a man. A man did it. A man raped her. A man harassed her. A man stole from her. A man chased her. A man provoked her. A man kidnapped her. A man killed her.
What is to stay indoors and still fear for your life? This is the reality for many women living in South Africa. Whilst crime is a global issue, the rise of femicide in South Africa is at an alarming rate.
Rape is a pandemic too. We need your help. Something needs to be done. Something severe by the looks of how our lives are being brutally taken away. Lives of my sisters, my mothers, and children. Sikhathele.
Give power to the voiceless by naming them one by one. Take power from the man by calling him what he is, a man.
Just because you buy me a drink does not mean I owe you in return, because you have bought me airtime, because you have paid for my hair, my nails, my clothes, does not mean you own me. You, yes, you do not own me. You do not own my body.
On behalf of the men who've been actively taking a stance to fight GBV and who've been joining these discussion calls, I'd like to say to you ladies, don't lose hope, don't lose your fight. There are men out there who see what you guys are going through and who are ready to fight besides you guys. We've been talking about a couple of issues ranging from toxic masculinity to patriarchal systems in our society, and we've come up with a lot of solutions. The first one being holding ourselves as men accountable, realizing that in our past we've done women wrong, and holding our friends accountable. And from there we realize that the problem starts with us. Once we can change, we can move on and make greater changes.
To the women of our country, from men, we are sorry. We hear your cry. We feel your pain. Forgive us. Let us create a better place for the women of our country. Let us create a safer environment for the women and children in our country.
Being a man in South Africa means learning how to survive a war before you learn how to handle a woman. It's time that all men in South Africa became feminists. It doesn't mean taking a back seat when matters of women's revolutions are at the forefront. It means starting the protests, engaging in the conversations before they're trending because another woman has faced a burial at the hands of a man. It's time that we start to acknowledge that systems of patriarchy throughout history have advantaged us as men, and it's time that we use these advantages to change the education system to talk about handling women and women's health and women's rights needs in South Africa. It's time that we became better men, because we're already past that.
Gentlemen, it's time that we acknowledge that we are also a part of the problem. We are all responsible, we are all accountable for our actions. Let us take cognizance of the fact that we need to evolve as men and counter gender-based violence in our country. No means no, and one no is enough, Buffett.
Men, we're always quick to jump in and say, Black Lives Matter. But where are we when we have to unite and fight for our sisters and say, men are trash? Exactly. We're hiding, protecting the trash we call our friends. Can't you see it already? Our silence encourages these animals to feast on our friends, our cousins, our sisters, our mothers. Our mothers. The ones who birthed us, the ones who fed us, the ones who raised us. Our first home in this world. Someone else's first home in this world. Destroyed. Because of your greed, because you want what is not yours and will forcefully take it by any means necessary. Are you happy now? Now that women keep checking around if anyone's closing in, hand deep in her handbag holding pepper spray, looking at every guy passing by, asking God, is it him? Am I going to die today? Because if I am, can I please send my friend one last text saying, Chomi, guess I was right. I am next.
And so it is clear that we need our government, together with the police services, to open up GBV specialized units that will give these cases the integrity they deserve. It is clear that as communities, we need to stop hiding and housing violators. We need to name and shame them. It is clear that in our communities and our schools, we need to re-educate our children. We need to educate our young boys so that this is not an inheritance that they are left with. We need to ensure that in future, the woman's body, the woman, is given an equal seat at the table so that she may thrive and build her own future independently. It is clear that women need to be given the space to just be who they are as women. Join us next week as we continue telling our stories. We are present, we are here, and we are taking up space. Artscenes, the essence of artists.